I mean, let's not get into a big ding-dong.
What's the difference between a jam and a chutney? Life is all about...
What is it all about?
It's a great question, actually, isn't it?
Josh Kingsford.
Josh Kingsford.
That's the chap we got? The Australian guy.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
New Zealand.
Hmm?
New Zealand?
Royal? Is that a royal thing?
Kingsford? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
My mum thinks that my family lived near a ford, like a stream, and the king crossed it, and then they were anointed with that name, Kingsford.
So he had his own ford, did he?
Yeah, focus.
Couldn't he not? I mean, I'm not an anti-royalist or anything, but could he not use the same ford as everybody else was using?
Well, it's just like a general, like a ford, like a stream. It's not a vehicle, because this is before.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, we know that.
We know that.
Yeah,
one of you said Ford Focus, definitely.
I don't think we did.
No, we can play it back if you want. But I mean, let's not get into a big ding-dong about this. Australian expression, isn't it? Ding-dong.
I think it is.
Dingo and the ding-dongs.
Yep.
Josh doesn't seem to have much an Australian accent, which is a bit of a disappointment.
Should we go for a joke? That's what we're here for, isn't it?
Mm.
Deliver the joke as you would on stage.
Imagine you're on stage, a little open mic or whatever you do.
I was a sensitive child when I was growing
What
up.
I'm thinking for Josh, actually, John, is why doesn't he could use Josh and just come onto the stage, do one of his jokes, and then go, "I'm only joshing you."
I'm only joshing you, mate.
Australian accent.
Yes.
I'm only joshing you, and of course, because he's called Josh, he is only. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite nice, isn't it?
So he would also have to say it. He'd have to, before doing that, he'd have to say, "My name is Josh,"
That's true.
because otherwise they won't get it. So you
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
come onto
right.
the stage and say, "I'm Josh, and I'm only joshing you."
Perfect, lovely. Yeah.
But I haven't told a joke yet.
No. You do it before you tell a joke.
Okay.
It's like it's what we call an intro tagline in comedy.
I thought tags are after the joke.
You'll learn all about this. Have you got a notebook?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll make a note for you for
You
later.
didn't say about it.
Intro
Notebook.
tag line. Okay. So let's give that a go and then do the joke. So you say,
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm only joshing you. And then go for.
and then do the joke.
That's nice.
I was a sensitive child. I grew up. I had all the stuff. I collected Beanie Babies. I had a pet frog. I drank banana milkshakes. Telltale signs of an absolute champion. My friends would make me play video games when I was growing up.
You're right.
Yeah.
But they're so violent, aren't they? So I became a video game pacifist,
You want a snack cake?
conscientious objector.
Yes, please.
Like my friends, they make me play Call of Duty.
Josh, what we're dealing with at the moment is the TikTok generation. All of your jokes, I would say, ideally, should be less than 15 seconds long.
It's worth listening to this, Josh. He knows what he's talking about on this.
Anything over 15 seconds, a lot of the people in the audience nowadays, they sort of start filing it into a folder in their brains just called
You might even have
miscellaneous.
noticed it with us.
I've seen you on stage, and your jokes aren't 15 seconds.
This is an interesting point actually, and good that you've raised it in a way.
Thanks.
I think what Charlie's got, I don't know how to put this really. What Charlie's got is content. Also, it's called Line of Duty over here, not Call of Duty.
It is not.
Good spot.
Would this work better as a children's story? Because I'm thinking, you know those lovely books they have, where at certain points, cardboard books for very young children, which I think this would suit, and you press a button and there's a sort of sound. You know, they're fun, aren't they?
I know the ones with the farmyard animals and all of that.
There's a bit at the end, me talking to werewolf, shh, 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 daddy's here. you could have that where you press that button at the end of the book.
Josh's voice comes through saying, "Shh, shh, shh, Daddy's here."
That sounded a little bit unsettling and threatening, honestly.
Did it?
Yeah, I think you'd need. You do it in that nice warm Australian voice that you did earlier.
Yes.
Josh.
I'm doing it.
Try that.
Let's hear it. Yeah, you give it a go. They've pressed the button. I'm the child.
Yep.
Oh, I've loved reading this book, and it's time for bed.
Say Betty buys.
I've loved reading this book, and it's time for Betty buys. Oh, what's this button?
Shh, shh, shh. Daddy's here.
Slightly worse, if anything.
Worse than mine.
Yes.
Well, you in the studio, you'd get a number of takes at it.
It was less threatening.
Maybe.
The whole point of marmalade is that effectively, correct me if I'm wrong, but marmalade is jam, isn't it? Except for the peel in it. That's what makes it not jam. Mm-hmm. In all other respects, it's jam.
So what's your... what are you saying with this then?
Well, bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a straightforward point. Well, so you get your jams. You've got apricot, strawberry, raspberry.
Yeah.
Blackberry is a nice one. Can you think of any others?
Quince.
Quince. Orange
I
jam.
think quince is a marmalade, actually. I'm afraid. Is it?
Well, that's just muddied the waters now.
I forget I said quince then.
All right.
We can edit that out.
Orange jam. You don't get orange jam, do you? It's the only fruit where you don't get a jam. Apart from bananas and a few others. But anyway, leaving that aside. So...
Lime pickle, where does that fall? Is that a jam? Or is that a chutney? What's the difference between a jam and a chutney?
I'm not sure.
I don't know either, truth be told. Does Lila know?
No.
Right.
Does anyone know any Toms? Oh, I do. I know Tom. He's a typical Tom, isn't
A
he?
cup of tea, actually, John.
He's-
Absolutely. Yes, thank you.
About... Keep going.
Have you got sugar?
Yes, I do have sugar.
I'll go for a sugar in this one.
Right, now we've got Demerara sugar,
Huh?
Muscovado sugar. We're quite into sugar in this house.
Muscovado, that's more for desserts and stuff, isn't it?
It is
So
really.
I'll go for Demerara.
Yeah, Demerara. Okay, you're on. Have 1 teaspoon or 2. We do it. We use teaspoon as the unit of measurement.
Perfect. 2, please.
Okay.
Can I use the loo?
Yeah, you don't normally have sugar, do you, in your tea? Is that
I was just I fancied it today.
Alright.
Occasionally I do.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It doesn't have to be a hard and fast thing, does it?
Life is all about.
What is it all about?
It's a great question, actually, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know the answer.
it's a big. I think it's considered one of the big questions.
Is there a bigger what's a bigger question?
Well, that's the question in itself.
It is. Maybe that's the biggest question. What's the biggest question? That's the sort of highbrow conversations we have, isn't it? What's the biggest question? How do you pronounce Nietzsche? Those kinds of questions.
Okay, does anyone know any Toms? Yeah, cool. I know Tom. He's a typical Tom.
I'll try and use this quietly, not to interrupt. you this time.
He's about this tall, short dark hair, glasses, bit overweight. He's not very
You're gonna
good
be able to
at
manage
his
all that.
job.
I'll have it after my tea, I think.
The problem for Tom is we just hired another Tom, and this Tom, he's a much better Tom. He's like 6'4", long dark hair, tanned olive skin. It's got so bad at work that we've started calling Handsome Tom. Handsome Tom.
I'll be honest. I'm sort of. I don't want to be oversensitive to this, but it is slightly offensive, isn't it? I mean, maybe. It is good to have that cardboard because I just caught the corner of that and damaged it. You see?
I see. Yeah.
Well, Toms are given a pretty hard time as it is, aren't they? But by the certain parts of the media.
When?
And
Who? When?
I think that Josh punching down on them. It's not. To me, it's not funny.
The whole confusion is there's too many Toms. That's the whole thing, isn't it? What if one of them was a Thomas?
That's a good idea.
If one of them was a Thomas...
Tom is Thomas, isn't it?
And the other one is a Tom, then you don't have to do this...
What about a Tommy?
Tom. Tommy?
And then you
Perfect.
could bring a little bit of a sort of First World War vibe in.
Can I speak?
Please, yeah, go ahead,
course you
Josh.
can.
This is for you.
Because the whole joke is that it's 3 different Toms, and they all need to be the same for the joke to work. Because it's one handsome Tom.
We
But
get
then
that.
if I
That's
go,
why Charlie suggested that they're different.
no, but if the end of the joke is regular Tom, handsome Tom, and then ugly homeless Tom. If I go regular Tom, handsome Tommy, ugly homeless Thomas.
Yes, yeah. Perfect.
Yes, that's beginning to work. Can you see that?
But then they can differentiate the Toms.
Yes.
So then, but then they're like
Yes.
different people. The
Yes.
idea is that they're all the same.
Exactly.
He
He
gets
gets
it.
it.
Perfect.
That
Excellent.
was hard going, but I think he's got it now. I think we've done sterling work.
It's nice to all be singing from the same hymn book, isn't it?
Is that the expression?
Yep. Like in a church.
Well, you wouldn't be singing from different hymn books, would you? Because they're always the same in a church, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. They're copies, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I suppose you might have an updated version with different hymns or different wordings, because often you'll get
Yeah, well, that would be confusing.
in hymns you might have a traditional wording, and then you have a more modern wording, don't you?
Rendition, that's a word you could use.
It is, and I think maybe we should.
All right. So what the picture you're painting for me then is of a church, any church, parish church, maybe in a little chocolate box country village.
And we are on the pews.
On the pews. On the pews or in the pews?
In them, isn't it?
Doesn't matter, really, does it, for the purposes of this?
No. It's just a quick thing, this, isn't it? No. So you have us in the pews, singing from the same hymn book, but different copies. And then of course if
different editions. Is that the point you were making?
No, I don't think so, because
Right.
in addition sometimes they do change little grammatical errors. So same edition, a copy of the same edition of the same hymn book. That's what we're all singing.
So
from.
the ISBN number would be the same, probably.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are they individual to the edition or to the book itself? I don't know, actually.
I think to the edition. I may be wrong on this. We'll have to be careful because we don't want to give out any misinformation. But I think when a book is when there's a new edition, new revised edition, that's the phrase they use, I think.
Yeah.
Then it would have a new ISBN number.
Okay. If there is a lingering doubt, though, do you think it's best just to leave that out of this?
I think we should leave this out. I think we should check our facts, check, as we always do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even certain that this is going to be that. Is this going to be useful to the audience? Did you go to church when you were growing up in the outback?
You're asking me a question.
Yeah.
I did actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
What church was it?
It's called Bethlehem Baptist Church. The pastor was a balding man with a moustache called Craig. He was nice. I think actually
He named his moustache.
Sorry?
Unusual, and he named his moustache.
Watching him was first experiencing someone who really could speak in a public setting in a powerful, efficient way. So,
And you think that shaped your desire to try your hand at comedy?
maybe, yeah. He was quite funny, Craig. He was funny. Could hold a room.
That's bringing a tear to my eye, that, actually.
Wow.
Lovely.
A religious comedian. Is that how you'd
Want to be
how you
perceived?
describe yourself on Chortle? Don't know if you come across Chortle.
I don't think I would like to be assigned as a religious comedian, just a general comedian.
Well, you should probably take out some of this symbolism then, because it'll be difficult for people to separate you from it, I'd imagine.
You get an atheist audience, I think you're gonna struggle, honestly.
Yeah. At the moment, you're going after Dane Cook's audience, and that's, you don't want them.
No. Was Dane
Is he
Cook
not?
religious?
Very.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
Was he?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Why?
I can't answer that.
Well, for his own
For
personal
him.
reasons, I imagine.
Yeah.
But you said he was, so, but where did you hear that Dane was a religious comedian?
I'm a big Dane Cook fan, and he mentions it in one of his specials.
How does it go?
He's talking about how when atheists get angry when someone says bless you when they sneeze.
Mm.
And he says, what are you supposed to say? Nothing happens when you die. So you're a Dane Cook fan too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Quite a heavy moment then.